Hello, this is Troy with Are You Noble? And that is the name of my channel, but it's also the question I ask people: are you studying the Scripture? And in that, the Scripture is actually that which was already written. I call it the KJV, the King Jesus version of the Bible, the Hebrew Bible. We're at Romans 10, walking through, looking at all these references that we've found. Like, for instance, we were just at Deuteronomy 30. Verse 14. And now we see this: the word is near you, in your mouth and in your heart. That is the word of faith that we proclaim. Because if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For with the heart one believes and is justified, and with the mouth one confesses and is saved. For the Scripture, this Scripture is the same as like up here where it said it is written. It was Isaiah 8, a quote combined with Isaiah 28:16. Then we go to Deuteronomy. Now we're down here. For the Scriptures, in Acts 17, it says, the Bereans were more noble than those in Thessalonica. They checked the Scripture. Well, anytime you see that in the New Testament, you have to go over there. You have to go to the Old Testament. It says, everyone who believes in him will not be put to shame. Now that's going to be a reference back to this exact passage in 9:33, Isaiah 8:28-16. He uses this again. Then he says, for there is no distinction between Jew and Greek, for the same Lord is Lord of all, bestowing his riches on all who call on him. Here we go. For everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. Everyone who believes in him will not be put to shame. Everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. That comes from Joel chapter 2. And I will show great wonders in the heavens and on the earth, blood and fire, columns of smoke. The sun shall be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the great and awesome, terrible day of the Lord comes. And it shall come to pass that everyone who calls on the name of the Lord shall be saved. So the context is the return of Christ and the earth crumbling and dissolving